The working relationship between and the partnership between the City Council and faith groups, I think, is one that has been developing and is growing and is now very strong. We had a tremendous occasion where the faith organisations came together in a neighbourhood where people were spreading terrible rumours about some of their neighbours, saying that these people had come to take their jobs, take their homes, etc. And the faith organisations came together with the local councillors and set up a rumour mill, which was really a big drum on a pole where people read out their rumours, they were answered, and then they put the rumour in the bin. And that really made a difference, because people began to realise that many people were trying to divide them rather than to bring together. And the faith organisation was the force that brings people together, not divide, but bring them together.
I'm the chair now of FaithNet for Manchester and the co-chair of the Muslim Jewish Forum. And for me, it's about the more people we can get to understand each other better, build more respect, but also enjoy each other's faith and be more positive about each other's faith. So that's where I come from as somebody of the Jewish faith, because it goes back to my very basic tradition of do not unto others as you not have them do to you. It is about, you know, treating others with respect and looking for ways to work together and enjoying each other. So it's a very positive view, I would hope, and that's what I hope will come out of this, people taking positivity forwards, particularly for me as an old youth worker in working with young people and getting that next generation to be inspired. The Muslim Jewish Forum of Greater Manchester is, you know, an amazing group of people. We have people from both faiths, obviously, but from all walks of life. And what we've done over the last few years is develop different groups. So we have a women's group, we have a lawyers and accountants group, and just this coming Sunday we're launching our business network, bringing Jews and Muslims together over common interests, but hopefully something more than just talking about being Jewish and Muslim. So with the lawyers and accountants group, you know, we do talk about money and we talk about legal things. We also had the coroner in recently, and it's amazing how similar those things are, and that's what we really enjoy, the focusing on those similarities so that people can, you know, take the myths and put them aside as they should be put aside.
People see what faith communities bring in terms of holding together the fabric of a healthy neighbourhood as something that is really important. I think the other thing that I'm excited to hear and to discover is that all sorts of other different faiths so appreciate the work that the church is doing. We appreciate what they're doing as well, but the long-term relationships of the churches being involved in interfaith work has contributed to an amazing fabric in these different communities around the Greater Manchester area. And you can see that legacy. It's that people have each other's phone numbers, they know who to call each other up, there's long relationships going way back. And I suppose if I was to encourage people to get involved, it's to say you're joining something really, really good. These are not people who then have sold out on the Christian faith, but these are people whose faith has been strengthened by their engagement with people of other faiths, and whose witness in the local area in terms of the impact on the local neighbourhood is strengthened by working with other people.
Anything that brings people together and talks about what we have in common, those family challenges that we all share, I think is very important and breaks down all kinds of barriers. Now, we have found with our work with Anne Frank, we can get into the most diverse range of places and break down all kinds of barriers of suspicion. Because when people learn about the Anne Frank story, they see a human being, a teenage girl, that they can identify with, and if they're adults now, they can all relate to being a teenager and the challenges of being a teenager. And then you realise, hey, everyone's sharing those same challenges, everyone's thinking along the same lines. Their festivals may be on different dates, but hey, haven't we got a lot in common, and aren't we tackling the same social issues?
I think in some sense the world's religions, an important component of all of them perhaps, has been the problem of how we live together. And, you know, central are the quality of human relationships. And what's interesting about the epidemiological research on population health that's been going on for the last 20 or 30 years is how crucially important social relationships, friendships, position in the social hierarchy, the social environment in early childhood, how important those are to survival. What the epidemiology is showing us through crude studies of death rates is how important human social needs are. That you really do live longer if you have more friends, if you're at ease with your social position and have had a good early childhood. There has always, in most religions, been some concern for the poor, but I think it's important to realise that in the rich world, it's also a matter about, you've got to narrow the gap from both ends at once.